Hello everyone, Vendris here, and we have a pack of news today, and we'll be talking about SFO Grimhammer, some future plans, some content that will be on this channel, and also Whispers of the Eyeless, my first standalone game that was just released to version 1.0, leaving early access. But let's jump into the most interesting stuff for you, of course. Patch 7.2 was just released for Total War Warhammer 3 yesterday of recording this video, and mod is dead. Mod is not working. There was a lot of fixes, a lot of code changes and other stuff in Total War Warhammer with this update, but I'm very glad to report that SFO is working in the moment of releasing this video. Yes, the mod is finally working, so you can just play it. The saves will be working, everything will be fine. Other thing that makes me extremely proud is, yes, Whispers of the Eyeless just got a 1.0 release. About 3 years of a really hard work along with SFO, with a very small team of 5 people only, like strict team, let's call it. We did our first standalone game that is a mix of Slay the Spire, Loop Hero, Children of Morta, have some elements from Cult of the Lamp, very small or not at all from Darkest Dungeon. I would say only art style is inspired by Darkest Dungeon, but nothing else. And the game is just releasing into 1.0, leaving early access, and can be bought for 20% off. We are getting a lot of positive reviews right now, and it makes me very happy because it's a very specific and not the easiest game to understand. This is like my biggest mistake maybe with this game, is that it's a bit too complex and there's too many systems unlocking too fast. So maybe in future updates we will be looking on the feedback and changing those things. But yes, besides that, as I said, the game is fully released. I highly encourage to check it out. Very positive reviews right now, and it's a big proud of my proud. This is my second child, because SFO will be always my first child, but it's like my fully standalone child. That sounds weird, but yeah, you get the gist. Whispers of the Eyeless is an amazing game, and I hope you will like it if you decided to check it out. As we are here still, I will be also making some videos about Whispers of the Eyeless. I will be playing, but it's not going to be like a normal playthrough when I'm going through the whole game. I will be playing it and talking about some of the elements, inspirations, and comparing them to modding, because I think this is quite interesting that moving from modding to the game development is a very big jump, but there are some similarities and I would like to talk about them, so I hope that some of you will find it interesting. Other things that is about SFO is that we are slowly getting closer to Bashiva, Legendary Lord DLC, that is meant to be released before End Times. That End Times is summer, so I assume 4 months from now. So I assume Bashiva news will be somewhere in April, so very soon. Maybe they will be released at the end of April. So what about SFO and the content between? We are started to working on a new content for SFO that will be wooden. I would say nothing more, but it won't be released probably with the Bashiva, because I don't want to risk working on a version of SFO that is not finished, then the DLC is released and you will need to wait for both of the content wise to be working. So it's slower, so it's like on a different branch, but yes, you can expect the new content for the SFO probably somewhere around Bashiva DLC release, that I assume will be end of April, maybe the beginning of May. I also saw that many of you like our Who's That Pokemon, I mean Total War Warhammer Unit series on Shorts YouTube, and we'll be continuing the series, but the last week was quite hectic, with Whispers release and some other stuff, now the fixing of SFO, but yeah, next week the Units Guess Pokemon minigame is getting back on the channel. Other SFO news: many of you daily ask and request an access to SFO Grimhammer 3 mod summary document that is totally outdated right now, and it needs to be fully reworked to be viable again as a source of information for the mod. The last document was gigantic. It had 200 pages that most of those information here may be outdated. That's why it was made unpublic, because it was giving a wrong impression about a lot of systems in SFO. And we will be reworking it, but it needs to be reworked in a way that it's easier to, you know what, understand the systems. More like a general impression of what a mod is, what is changing and so on, and not as detailed as it was before, because the mod is changing with every update, and it's problematic to keep it up to date. And there will be a special stream probably next week. There will be other thing on the stream also, but on this stream we will be talking about this document, making some, maybe like not changes, but like a templates, and then I will be asking some of you, maybe you want to help me on this document or make it public as soon as possible, so more people will understand what is being done and changed in SFO in comparing to vanilla. But speaking of SFO, we also have very good news, in my opinion, of course, is that SFO just passed 300,000 subscribers. Yes, crazy amount of subscribers. This is the amount of people that have it activated. Yes, so it's like active subscribers. The number of other subscribers, like overall, is a bit higher. If we go into the details of the stats, because you have something like that on Steam if you are a user owner of the mod, that is actual number of subscribers, and this is like a total. So imagine that almost 500,000 people at least tried SFO since it was released, which is amazing numbers in my opinion. Thank you everyone for this outstanding achievement, and because of that we will be having this special stream probably next week that will be linked with working in the document, and probably we'll be playing SFO, and we'll be doing some competitions, contests, raffles. You will be able to win the game DLCs and maybe the whole Warhammer free game. Who knows? So I highly encourage you to come on the stream when it will be announced. So yeah, thank you everyone for this outstanding achievement. And yeah, this will be all for this pack of news. As I said, SFO is working again. We'll be having a special stream next week. Whispers of the Eyeless is released, and in the coming days you can expect some other games videos, because I'm to diverse. I want to do some other stuff, and there will be one co-op funny game that I think is a bit forgotten, but is getting back with some new updates recently, and I'm happy that I will be covering it. So again, thank you everyone for watching. I was Venris, and I'm out, and praise to the dead gods. See ya!